Hey, good morning, everybody. Sorry I'm late. I am, as you can see, I'm not where I'm normally sitting in the van because I'm on the road this morning. Um, but do you like the countdown? Isn't that great? I'm like trying all kinds of new stuff. It's a new day. It's beautiful out. Well, actually, it's really foggy, but wow, what a fantastic day. Um, Good morning, Cynthia, Tommy from River Styx. Tommy, thanks for giving that update this morning. I appreciate that. Mr. Plugs uh, um, and John Long Silver Rails, welcome. Um, Holy cow. So, yeah, I'm on the road this morning. Um, I see you guys are comparing the weather conditions out there. It's foggy here this morning, like really foggy. Um, but it's foggy because it's warmer out. Um, Let me. I'm looking up for an affirmation for this morning. Um, there we go. All right. Um, it's 60 here this morning. Um, so life is good. 60 degrees, and it's Friday. Um, who is ET? Oh, Everything Treasure. Good morning. Welcome to the show. I'm operating a little bit under my normal conditions, but we'll get it squared away. I'm going to throw the link in. I've got an affirmation for the morning, and the affirmation for this morning is. Oh, and I apologize for the noise outside. I'm in a local park, and they're doing some trimming outside. I'm going to take you guys out there in a little bit since it's so cold where most of you are, so you can get to see what it's like when it's not really cold out. Um, the affirmation for this morning is: all the good in my life comes to me as a result of my willingness to find happiness in each moment. Hey, Johnny Small Pepper, welcome to the show. Welcome and good morning. Let's do a little walk. We'll take a little walk about, climb out of the van, and I'll show you what it looks like outside. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Let's see if I can hold my chair. I'm really disorganized today because I was a couple towns down the road, um, and I'm I'm just disorganized this morning. So let's get down out of the van. So those of you that can appreciate this, here I am parked down by the river, um, in my van down by the river. It's very misty out this morning, a lot of fog, um, but I'm down here by the Intercoastal Waterway down here, um, at one of the local parks near where I'm uh, staying for the next couple of days. Um, I don't know if you can see the color in this. I don't even know what kind of plant this is, but man, has it got some gorgeous color on it. Um, but yeah, for you, Tommy, I'm parked down by the river in my van. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, and I'm alongside the Intercoastal Waterway in Vero Beach, Florida. And life is good. I mean, it's going to be a nice day, although it's not. It's overcast and foggy this morning, but it is going to be a nice day. Um, they're out here trimming. Oh, it smells so good. They're trimming all these hedges here. So you have the Little River, which is just a little river. I can't see the chat because it's not bright enough, but I'll look in a minute. So you have the Little Waterway, and then you have the Intercoastal, which is right up here with all the local turns. So out there is the Intercoastal Waterway and the Spoil Islands. And if we look down here, that bridge off in the distance over there, that's the 17th Street Bridge going over to Johns Island. And then looking this way, if you can see the bridge down there, in the shadows, that is the SR60 bridge. And back in my younger days, I used to come here to go fishing, or up by the 60th. It is a beautiful morning. It's going to be cold. We've got a frost advisory in effect for this evening. We're looking at a low of 31 this evening. So I'm probably going to head back to my normal camping area today. Although I have some friends coming in from Connecticut that I would really like to visit with while I'm up in this area. Check out these plants, Cynthia. Can you see that color? It's like they're red. It's really weird. Yeah. Wow. And there's palm trees out here too. I don't know if you guys can see that, but for those of you who are up in the colder nether regions, it's much nicer here. Y'all should just migrate to Florida. All right, let's climb back in so we can do this show. And put that right there. The van is a mess right now because I'm on the travel here, but it's not permanently a mess, just temporarily a mess. All right. Okay, let me plug everything back in. There we go. All right. It's not a poinsettia. I don't know what they call those. It's some kind of a plant that does that red. The leaves change colors, but I'm not sure. The Sebastian Inlet Bridge. Well, John, that's only just a short ways from where I am right now. Bernie was telling me that you're not allowed to get into the Intercoastal with a metal detector here along this coast. That FWC will interfere. They'll take your equipment, you'll get arrested and go to jail and craziness. Good morning. I see we got a few people coming in. Team Clambake, welcome. And Shane Kubat. Reed from Reed's Art of Adventure, thank you and good morning. Thank you, Team Clambake, for stopping by this morning. Bill, Papa Rouse, welcome to the show. Um, let's see. It's not the Saint Sebastian. This is the main part. There is the intercoastal, the Indian River Lagoon intercoastal, and I'm on one of the tributaries that comes into it up here in Vero. Um, I'm yeah. Um, let's see. Um, it is good fishing weather. There's no doubt. Um, I'm on the road to where? Well, I'm John. I'm up in Vero doing some work. And then I'm going to get on the road to go back to Grant, where I've got some work to do there as well, and that's where my base camp is located. Is up in Grant, about 25 miles to the north. Um, so I think I'm caught up on the chat. Um, let's see. Let me scroll this down a bit. Climb back. Read. Everybody's saying good morning. And yeah, Vero Beach, it's gorgeous up here. It's a different neighborhood here. You know, the people here are less friendly. It's a younger crowd overall in Vero than it is in Sebastian, where it's an older crowd, and people are more willing to say hi and good morning and that sort of thing. But Vero's a nice little spot. Back in my day, I used to spend a lot of time up here fishing underneath the Barber Bridge. I caught my first shark here on the intercoastal. Um, um, Team Clambake says they're going to have 12 inches of snow or better tomorrow. Well, you know, I wish you all the best with that. Holy moly! Um, I'm thinking. I'm so glad I'm in Florida. Um, you know, life could be a lot worse. But yeah, John. So I'm down here. I'm in Vero, and I'm I was helping a friend yesterday, and um, yeah, there's a there's a concept here in Florida that if you live in a van, if you're a van lifer, if you live in a schoolie, that you're a lesser person, if you will. And that's changing here slowly. There's a lot more people down here in schoolies and in vans. Um, and you know, I think over time, hopefully, people will start to accept this is a real lifestyle, and people really do this not out of necessity but out of choice. Um, I love it. I love the van life. Let me swing my door. There's somebody trying to pull in next to me. You know, there's a million parking spaces out here, and yet there's somebody trying to park right next to you. Um, oh, it's a city worker. That's why. Yeah. So plans for the weekend. What is everybody planning on doing? Um, we are looking at some cold weather coming. Um, we are looking at some rain again. It's the weather here has been a little bit nutty the last week or so. Um, I'm gonna need to get a haircut pretty soon, I think. Um, Oh, cancel. Oh, I can't get my. What is going on there? Let's see. There we go. It's up to 61. That's a start. There's a lot of rain to the north of me, but no, it looks like the rain is over. It's going to just be cold. 71 today, 51 tomorrow, 57 and 65. The weather is just getting, it's those overnight lows are the problem, man. I tell you what, I came to Florida to stay warm, and it's going to hit 31 tonight. I'm not excited about that at all. I have to turn on my heater. Um, um, Thanks, Team Clam Bake, for stopping by. Appreciate you coming in and seeing us. You be safe up there with all that snow. And we'll be thinking of you. Cynthia says she's going to be hugging her heater over the weekend. Wow, I tell you what, that's rough. John, that's exactly right. When the weather started getting really cold up north, I packed it in. When I felt like it was too cold to go metal detect, it was time to go. And my last trip out, um, I think it was like 28 degrees. I was freezing cold. I couldn't move my fingers. And then it was the sign. That was the indicator. It wasn't supposed to snow the morning that I left, and it did. And I pulled out of New York State. There was 6 inches of snow on the ground, and it was still coming. So the the glory of being in a van for your house is when the weather gets crappy. When the hurricane is coming, I can drive away. When the snow is coming, I can drive away. Mark Davis, welcome. Good morning, Mark. He says it's warmed up there. It's 22 degrees today up north. And I see that on my phone. It was 27 at 7:30 in King Ferry. So you guys have a heat wave going on. You must be just joyed. Um, um, my thought is if it's 22, Mark, you probably need to throw on a pair of shorts and head out to the lake and go wading and do some fishing, man. Um, Weather like that, your ice is going to start to melt. Oh, it's terrible. I'm glad it's warmed up, but 22 is still too cold. He says he's getting his gear around to go ice fishing, so that'll be the next thing. I'll get photos of the big trout or the big pike that he's catching up there in New York State. Um, when I was a kid, I used to ice fish and I loved it. But I was young and stupid. Um, you know, it, he's got one of those ice shanties that he takes out on the lake with him so he can get out of the cold weather. Crap. Sorry about that. My internet just shut off briefly. Um, but it's okay. By now the Pompano should be by. Yeah, I think, um, I think we can probably start hitting Pompano. Um, I usually don't go to the beach to get them. I go down here to Wabasso, and on one of the causeway bridges, I use my jig out there and catch some Pompano. Um, yeah, Pompano, you got to fish those, Cynthia. Um, Mark, break out the bikini. Oh my gosh, Cynthia, no sir, we're not talking bikinis today. Um, yeah, go back and catch up on the chat. Um, Dennis is backing up. Did you hear that backup? Yeah. I need to put one of those. I need to put one of those beepers on my van so everybody knows I'm backing up. Oh my gosh. Mark is going ice fishing. Um, uh, Cynthia, you should try that. You should go up north and go ice fishing at least once. There is a certain joy in doing that stuff, and when I was a kid up in Rhode Island, we would go out on the pond to ice fish. We would pull our carts behind us and set everything up, drill our holes, and then when we started to get cold, we would always bring a big like a queen top sheet for a bed, and I would grab one side, top and bottom, and my cousin would grab the other side, top and bottom, and we flip it up into the wind, and it would skate us across the pond. It was great fun. I cracked my head a few times, but it didn't hurt me any at all. um, yeah, pompano is considered to be one of the better fish from down here, and if you can find it's a very good white meat, not a heavy bloodline, tasty, tasty, tasty. It's like lobster in a fish. Um, uh, uh, so let's see. My uncle Earl. Yeah, John. There's no way to warm your feet up. I from my experience. Now, my friends up north there, where I camped this year, they've got the technology to keep yourself warm is so much better now than it was when I was a kid. So he's got the heated socks; they're battery operated. He's got the heated jacket, the heated vest that goes underneath it. His hat is heated. His gloves are heated. So, and he puts all the scarf on when he's going out to hunt. And I would imagine that would be a way to do um, the fishing as well, as you just put everything that heats up and keeps you relatively warm. Mark, on the other hand, Mark loves the cold. It's his favorite time of year, um, and he thrives in it. And so Mark to wear anything that would be heated, um, um, probably would do him in. Um, I don't like kingfish at all. I think kingfish is too strong. Um, uh, Snapper, flounder, redfish, grouper, pompano. I like all of those, but the kingfish. I don't like kingfish. It's so strong. And it's everybody I know here that catches kingfish has them smoked. And then it's like a dehydrated fish. Um, uh, where's my alarm? Maybe I should buy some old tab collars. Welcome back to the air. That was my alarm. Um, You have a friend, Cynthia? Well, congratulations. I just can't believe it. Um, sorry about that. That was my one throw you under the bus or throw you under the van. I don't know. Um, at any rate, so this weekend I'm probably not going to do too much yet. If it stays up in the 70s, I might head out, do a little bit of metal detecting, and see if I can find another piece of silver. Um, as I say, I have friends coming in from Connecticut. They own property down here, and they have granted me permission to come out and metal detect their houses. So, um, uh, so I'll probably do some metal detecting this weekend. Mark says he catches perch, trout, and very large northern pike, and that I have seen. I have seen it happen. I have caught some large pike up in New York, um, and as far as the New York fish goes, the northern pike is probably one of my favorite fish to eat. Aside from big brown trout or landlocked salmon. Um, Phooey, Dennis. Oh, stop it, Cynthia. Um, so I'm gonna go see my granny this morning. After the live stream, I'm gonna go have coffee and breakfast and have a quick visit and what is that? My phone is making all kinds of crazy noises, and it's not really working right either. Oh, it's Dr. Birch. Oh, and I have a doctor's appointment this morning as well. I got a lot going on today, but it'll be okay. Um, but um, it was nice to get out of camp and go do something different for a couple of days, and to be able to get in the van and drive down the road. And this morning I jumped out of bed, I loaded everything up, and I said, where can I go do my live stream this morning? And here I am down by the river. So John says, my experience with kingfish is that when they bite, oh, they're a little bit like pork. Perhaps you have not had it prepared properly. Some folks call whiting kingfish. Now, see, I've had whiting and I like whiting. You know, that 12 to 18 or 20 inch. I'm talking about the offshore uh, uh, pelagic kings. Yeah, the kingfish. I I've had the kingfish from offshore, and that's the one. And maybe it wasn't prepared properly. Whiting is whiting. They're a bottom eating fish, but that's nice white meat. They're small. They don't get super big, and they're tasty. But the big ones, I have struggled with the big ones. Good morning, Deej. Welcome to the show. Um, so Mr. Plugs is headed out to go metal detecting um, tomorrow. I hope you find another 1400s coin, buddy. Um, Go find you some silver. I wish you the best of luck. Have a great weekend, and yeah, man, dig up the good stuff, man. Um, no kidding. Um, wow, I couldn't even imagine having a sea turtle steak. I've had turtle stew made from those big snapping turtles up there in Rhode Island, but sea turtle steaks, woof. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know if I could get over eating a sea turtle here. And thankfully, they don't allow that anymore. So anyway, we're at our 30 minutes. I got to go because I've got to go to a doctor's appointment. I got to go see Granny. I need to get off the river and find some other place to park because there's a whole cliche going on here that's crazy. I thank you all for coming in this morning. The affirmation for today, everything's running really slow on my phone. Stop it. Well, if I can get my phone opened. Oh my gosh. Check out this coin I got. A buddy of mine sent me a coin. Hang on a second. Let me pull one out of there. Let me pull one out to show you what my buddy sent me. I know I put them in here. I thought I put them in there. I may have to show you in the next one. My buddy sent me a Gold Rush coin. Hang on, I'm having a problem getting my phone to reset. Let me see, I know. There they are. Check this out. There they are. So my buddy sent me these tokens, and somewhere along the way, over the next few months, probably during the summer, I'm going to give some of these away to some of my loyal fans. So this says, first gold discovery, 1859, Idaho Springs, Clear Creek County, Colorado. These are really cool tokens. I don't know if you can see that. I'll try to get a picture of them. He sent me 4 of these tokens from Colorado, and I'm gonna do something with them in a giveaway or an appreciation thing. They're pretty darn cool, I gotta tell you. I was pretty excited when these came in the mail from my buddy up in Leadsville, the owner of the Colorado Gold Camp, Dianus Baltman. So let's see if I can get this thing to work. My phone is acting goofy, and it's probably because I'm using it as a hotspot today so I could walk you guys around. We see Jim Steele come in. Hey, Jim. Thanks for stopping by. We're kind of right at the end of it here. If I can. There we go. The affirmation for today is all the good things in my life comes to me as a result of my willingness to find happiness in each moment. So go out there, find something that makes you happy. Enjoy it. Life is good, guys. Life is good. And on that note, I have to go. Thanks for coming by, everybody. We'll see you again on Monday morning, 9 a.m. for another edition of Coffee with Cancer. Thanks, everybody. I've enjoyed this. I can't wait to see you all again on Monday. Have a great weekend.